Hello farmers, welcome back to the channel. This is a place for agricultural business looking for ways to make profit from the agricultural business and also thinking of starting up an agri-business. And today I'm back with another video for the channel. So this particular topic I want to discuss about is very important. I think out of 100%, 80% of people that reach out to me when they watch any of my video don't really understand this part. Okay, so before I proceed, let me quickly talk about something. When I say things like, oh, do your market research, you need to understand your market, that my market is buying this does not mean that your market will buy this, that our location differs and our market is different. When I say those things, it's because that's what will determine your profit. Okay, if I say I sold a bag of cucumber here for 5,000 naira and you're telling me you're selling a bag of cucumber in your location for 2,000 naira, there are lots of things you didn't put in place that I kept in place before I did my production. Okay, so that's what I'll be talking about today. Factors that you should consider before you grow any crop at all. The things you need to consider. I think this is a very important video because lots of people are going into cultivation this year. Lots of people plan to go into cultivation during the second planting season, and I think you need to watch this video before you go into cultivation. All right, factors you need to consider before growing any crop. Okay, so if you're interested in today's video, make sure you smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and let's dive in. So the very first thing you need to consider is the market acceptance. What is the market collecting? The market you want to sell to and the market specification. So each market has what the crop they accept, the type of crop they accept, and their own specification of crops. Okay, let me talk about the type of crop they accept. Let's say in my own location, if I produce tomato, my location might want the very big tomato. Yes, they might want a very big tomato. Or let me take cucumber, which is something that has happened to me sometime last year. The market research I did, my market needed green cucumber. That's what my market buys, the green cucumber. So any other thing you produce outside the green cucumber, my market will not buy it. That is my own market. But your own market might accept the Kampala cucumber, they might accept the Chinese cucumber, and they might not accept the green cucumber. Do you see it? The type of crop your market accepts is what you should produce, and that's why you see that I always talk about doing your market research. Do not overlook your market research, because your market research that will help you know what to plant, how you should plant it, the type of color you should produce. Okay, so sometime last year a client got a tin of cucumber from me. A mistake happened. Okay, I was looking for the green. I think that was the period of time we could not get cucumber seed. I was looking for the green cucumber only for my supplier to give me the white cucumber. It was hard in fact, we didn't sell it. Then my clients had to sell the cucumbers to pig farmers because that type of cucumber is not accepted in my own market. Do you see it? So you need to know the type of crop, the specification, the type of crop that is accepted in your market. Okay, like I do say, do not overlook market survey. All right. Also, in terms of size, still talking about acceptance, in terms of size, there are some our Shasha market. If you take the small, we have two types of tomato. For those that don't know, we have the big tomato, that's the Hausa tomato, and we have the small tomato that we produce here in the southwest. I think they call it Kerewa tomato, or I don't know, that's what they call the tomato. Yeah, in Shasha market, the one that sell more, the one that the market accept more is the big tomato. Same with Bodija market, the big tomato. Even we as the end consumer, if you go to the market and you see the big tomato and you see the small tomato, you will definitely go for the big tomato. That is what the market accept, because that is what customers are buying. Okay, so having known this, if I go and produce small tomato, you know, automatically I'm already like at loss. Okay, so it's important to know this thing before production. What does my market need? Will they accept this crop? Same with okra. Yes, this small okra, my market will not accept it. But if you give them the big okra, they will accept it. So you need to know all these things. Understand your markets. Go to your markets. Ask them, especially people that sell in bulk, meet them. I want to produce this particular crop and I want it to be my off-taker. How do you buy it? What type do you accept? They are going to tell you. That's how I do for my cucumber. Before I produce my cucumber, I will call all my off-takers. This is what I plan to plant. what are you buying? Should I go ahead? If they give me the go ahead, I produce. Okay, so these are things that you need to know before producing. All right, the next thing is the quantity you are going to produce. Okay, so when it comes to crop production, there are lots of things we need to look out for: the weather, the market price. When it comes to price, it fluctuates. Prices fluctuate, so you need to really understand when the price fluctuate. That will help you determine the quantity you are going to produce. Okay, so like I do say, before I produce my crop, I call my off-taker. Hello, Alpha, how much is cucumber today? They tell me it's 2.5. I know that it's surplus in the market, so I'll just produce small. That might small, I want to check, okay, maybe by the time I harvest it will still be 2.5, or it might be 3,000. You need to be able to do it like that. If you just go to the market and they tell you, okay, this is what they accept, without you asking them the current price, your current price will help you determine how much you should produce. Okay, so if the price drop, you need to produce low, because we have most of them in the market. But if the price is high, that's because we don't have enough produce in the market, so you can produce high, and you need to do your timing. By the time I harvest, hope everybody wants to have produced and the price will drop. You need to understand these factors. I'm going to drop an ebook very soon that I'll be talking about the planting season, your planting calendar, using my own market and Lagos market with Ogun State market. I did this research in 3 states, and that's what I'll be releasing. So if you're interested in that ebook, just let me know in the comment section. Okay, so the quantity you are going to produce, your market research will help you determine the quantity you're going to produce. Okay, another thing you need to understand before you produce is your market rules. What is the rule of the market you will be selling to? That is one thing you need to understand. So for Shasha market in Ibadan and Bodija market in Ibadan, the rule is when you carry your commodity and come, let's say I produce tomato and bringing my tomato to the market, I have to look for someone that is into tomato production or that sells tomato. They already have their agent, so you have to meet with their agent and tell them, okay, how much is the current price of a basket? 30,000. Okay, oh yeah, sell my own for 30,000. If you see customer for 25, still sell, take the 5,000 on top. They have their percentage that they collect. So you need to know the rule. Some market is just for you to carry it and go there, bag them, drop it. You will be selling your products yourself. But some market like the My 12 market too, if you take your product to the My 12 market, you need to have an agent that will help you to sell it. Okay, and they are around, they are not hidden. Once you get there with your commodity, you see them women, make we help you sell them, make we help you sell them. If you tell them no, you are not ready to sell. That's just the truth of the matter. Instead, I will sell it myself. Okay, they will sell other people's produce and they will leave your own produce. Okay, so that's another thing that you need to take note of, the rules of that market. So when you are going for your market research, ask for the rules, ask them for the specification, ask them what the market is accepting. Okay, another thing you need to know is have a knowledge of the market you'll be selling to. Okay, during my market tours, for those that have not watched any of my market video, you need to check it out. Okay, so during my market tours, I visited some market location and I told you that each market have what they sell. Okay, all market is not just for everything. I visited a market, the Seraphim market, and I told you guys that what they sell majorly in that market is cassava and maize. Okay, so you need to have a knowledge of each market and what they accept. For the Shasha market, the Shasha market is majorly tomato and pepper, onions, the cucumber, small cucumber. That's what Shasha market buy. For if I want to sell my cucumber, I go to the Benjamin market. That is where I sell my cucumber. If I want to sell maybe watermelon and the rest, I take it to. All of them have their market, so you need to have a knowledge of the market. You need to understand your market. You need to know which market is for which one, so that you not carry your cucumber to market where they sell pepper and tomato and you say you are not seeing buyers. These are the things you need to know. It's very, very important. Or you carry your commodity, your pepper and tomato, to a market where they sell only onions and you are saying, oh, I'm not seeing buyers, because you're taking it to the wrong market. Okay, you need to know all these markets, and that's why I study market tour, to show you guys that we have different markets for different commodities. I think the main issue that people are facing when it comes to selling is because they don't really know the right market to sell their produce. That's why they sell at loss. It's important you know the right market to sell your produce. Okay, and finally, the price fluctuation. We cannot always be certain of the price fluctuation when it comes to crop production, because things happen and it affects production. But it's important you have little knowledge on how the prices work. Okay, someone like me, I can tell you in August, don't produce cucumber because we have surplus in the market. Not because I foresee it, it's because it's what happens over the year, and there's a probability that it will keep occurring. So to avoid me like stressing myself and producing and I'm selling at loss, I'll just pause. I know the right time to plant all these things. I know that for me to make profit for my pepper and tomato, I have to prepare my nursery by December, and I have to prepare my second nursery by September, October. Like, you need to understand all these things. For my cucumber, I know that if I want to make profit, now that people are in their August break, I can prepare my cucumber right now and I still sell high. Okay, so these are the things you need to know. For me to make profit from my okra, I know that I have to prepare myself February, March. Okay, so these are the things you need to take note. Just have an idea on how the prices of the commodity that you want to go into works before you start cultivating. Okay, the first thing when it comes to crop production is not to get land, and that's the mistake I see lots of people doing. Oh, let me go and get land, and after I get land, oh, family Julie, I just got my land, what should I plant on my land? That is not the first thing. Then after I've given you my consultation, so after I've done telling you what you can go into, then you come back to me to start asking me, how do I sell? Which is supposed to be the first thing you're meant to ask. Oh, I plan going into this one. No. Do you have any idea when it comes to production and sales? These are the things you're meant to ask for. So your market is important before going into production. Okay, I hope you got value. I hope you learned one or two things from today's video. If you did, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'm going to see you in my next video.